Hello! I just got off of my iPad just a couple of minutes ago. I was responding to a very good question that our friend Edie has about density versus dimension. And I'm not quite sure what happened, but it disappeared. So I thought maybe other people would have the same question. So I would just do a really quick video and run by the differences for you. Dimensions have been mentioned in our mythology for forever. You know, you have Valhalla, I think I'm saying that right, is part of the Norse mythology. You have the other world for Celtic mythology. There is Dante's 9 levels. The Quran says that the jinn reside in a place where they can see us, but we can't see them. So we've had lots of clues in our history about there being a difference. And as you know, our buddies CERN, they're pretty sure that there are other dimensions, and that's one of the things that they're looking for. Also, I ran across some information on a quantum computer that's using the theory of quantum entanglement in order to try to open up gateways into other dimensions. The military, the government has a couple of these computers. I will do more about that at a later time because it is really important. So there are a lot of people who really do believe that there are many different dimensions out there. And these are just places where other beings live, where they reside. Now, we don't know what kind of state they're in. Are they, like us? Are they made of matter? Or are they ghost-like? We just don't really know a lot of that yet. One really good thing that I have found is Mike Patterson from Sasquatch, Ontario. He's had an ongoing relationship with a Sabe named Neff. And he's basically watched Neff grow up by foot size over the years. He's had a long relationship. And there are some Sabe who truly want us to know about them and want us to understand them and develop a relationship with us. And there are some, let's be honest, who don't want a thing in the world with us. They don't want anything to do with us. But according to Neff, the Sabe reside in the dimension they refer to as the One. And in that particular dimension, the Sabe can travel to all the other dimensions from the One. And I don't remember if Mike said specifically a number of different dimensions. I'm not really sure. Now, getting back to the Celtic mythology, I know a little bit more about this because that's kind of where I started. And the other world has portals that go into it. I have found, and what the portal is it's an opening between dimensions. And most of the time, the stories are them coming from that dimension into our reality. It's not very often, but it does happen that one of us go over into their world. Sometimes we return, sometimes we don't. But that is where the Fae are said to live. Plus, there's a Celtic dragon that's there. There are a lot of different things in that other world. So I know that there is I found one dimension reference for a portal kind of thing. And that is the magic mist. And supposedly when you see the magic mist, that's a portal between our world and the other world. I have, at times when I have videotaped a really thick fog and I've got that feeling, I got that feeling going on like somebody's watching. There have been a huge uptake in entities in that area. So for me, it is starting to kind of lend credence to that idea that there is some sort of portal in the mist. Now, another portal that I have seen is a Fae built, well, I say Fae built, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like a wood nymph. Some people say the wood nymphs are full size like us. Others say that wood nymphs are the same size as the smallest of the Fae. Everything that I have seen the wood nymphs build, they have been wooden webs that they've built, and the wood nymph has been small, and there has been a huge uptick in the Fae, in the number of Fae around these areas that look like portals. And like I said, they look like a wooden web. Now, another type of portal that I have seen is a jinn portal. And they look like you took a section of a fence and put it out in the middle of a dense forest, or, you know, just somewhere away. It actually looks like a fence. On one of Mike Patterson's videos, Mike Patterson from Sasquatch, Ontario, I noticed behind him what looked like a jinn, and I zoomed in, and ding, 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 there was a jinn portal. It was like a little fence. And now he lives in an area that is not like rural. I mean, it's like probably like the, you know, the nature part of his backyard or whatever, where he was standing. So I have seen like a bigger uptick in these areas where these particular portal looking things are. Now, beside my house, it is something freaky there. I've not seen it any other place, but oftentimes it will develop a great big giant black hole. It's, I mean, it's a little scary, to be honest. Sometimes when you look at it, because, I mean, you don't know, could somebody just accidentally wander in there and disappear? I don't know, it engulfed my house one night. It was crazy times in my house that night. So I don't think that, in all honesty, that we are meant to go through those portals. They apparently have a different construct than we do. And I'll tell you something else too. I haven't seen any signs. Now, the Fae will come into my world. They'll come into my environment. Like sometimes at night, I can see them much better than I can during the day. And they will play in my hair. They love playing in my hair. I thought I had like headlights or something one time before I realized what it was. I'm like, what in the world? I've never had an itchy head. But they are funny. They will, and you've seen pictures of me coming and going with all kinds of Fae all over me, all around me. That is the most that I have seen, though. I have not seen any of them actually, any signs of them actually materializing in our world for a long time. Same with the Sabe. Now, it could just be that maybe, I don't know, maybe they went to their own little area, you know, their own little world, so to speak, the one, and maybe they're planning something, so they haven't come out lately. I don't know. But that is the dimensional aspect. It's like another reality, okay, that we would walk into, or they would come from. Now, when we're talking about densities, that's very different. And I'm not quite sure what to make of it, because I have not had any personal experience myself. If I had had personal experience with it, then I would tell you yay or nay, but I haven't. So according to the idea of the densities, okay, what it is that everything has, or resides in our world in a level 3, apparently not some of our animals though. Okay, but basically our world is in a level 3 density. And if I've gotten this correct, there are 9 densities. The 9th density is where God, or our creator, some people call, that's where God lives, is in the 9th density. And supposedly some people believe that how we were created was that our creator basically blew up and sent out little different bits of energy throughout the galaxy, so that we could learn and become more and more like the creator. That we are these little sparks of energy. Well, we didn't just land here on Earth. According to this theory, we landed all over the place. We landed on many different planets. And how we use this energy determines what level we are on. Now, supposedly, we can't see the higher levels. So you have to actually go up a level, and then you can see the levels that are below you. So if we are able to turn our world around, basically, if we can help people to live without fear, to help people to be more loving and more kind to each other, that raises our personal vibration level of our energy. So like the Sabe are masters of energy. They can increase their energy high frequency, or they can lower it, according to some people. So what we would need to do is to come to this higher level of consciousness, be better people. And there are apparently extraterrestrials who are nearby who want us to do this very much so that they can communicate with us, because apparently everything else is in like the 5th dimension in our area. Some people say that we are in the 4th dimension, and some people say that we are in the 3rd dimension. I don't know. But by our raising our vibration, we can move on. Now, I've heard different stories about what happens when we move on. Some people say the whole planet moves as one, and the ones who have the higher vibration will be helping, others to bring theirs up and that kind of thing. And then I've heard other places where they've said no, that the planet will split off, and there will be a planet that will be in the 4th or 5th density, and there will be a planet that will still be here in the 3rd density. I'm not sure how all that works. I don't know. I've just been gathering up information from different sources, because my thought process is that maybe, there's some overlap. There's a little bit of truth to both, maybe, or a lot of truth to one and a little to the other. But I have been seeing the cutest little thing in my room, and the closest thing that I can describe this little being as would be like an Eben, which is a type of extraterrestrial people talk about. And just the other day, I was watching a video from UAMN TV on YouTube, and the gal's name was Barbara something, and she was going over like different ETs that she had met. And she showed a picture of this one little ET that was kind of pink and had big dark eyes. It looked exactly like the little cutie that comes in my room, who's shy as all get out. But the thing is that the one that I see in my room is not is not with others of its kind, as far as I can tell. It comes through the white one. And I got I think some pictures of the white one in my dining room. It's very cool. So I'm gonna work on. I'm telling you what, you guys, I have just had a time. Um, oh, so the density is based on our personal vibration level. You know, our goodness as a human determines what density we will be in. And supposedly, if, let's say, we pass away on this planet, we shed this monkey suit, then what supposedly happens with this density version is that we will go into our next incarnation wherever we are naturally inclined to be. So we wouldn't come back on Earth as a being here because we've already done that if we've been able to raise our vibration. But let's say we were just like a real turkey here on Earth and did a lot of stupid things and a lot of bad things and showed ourselves. Who knows? We might come back as a horse or another planet as a horse. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I've not had any personal ET contact experience that I'm aware of. Like I said, that one little shy one who's cute as a minute. I see it once in a while coming in with the white, but I don't know. Now, I think what some people are trying to do with this, particularly with this quantum computer, spoiler alert, I'm gonna come right out and tell you because it really bothered me. The guy said, yeah, we could open a portal, go in and get the resources and come right back. I was thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to go into another dimension and go swipe their resources. I guess, you know, things like maybe they're difficult for us to get, like uranium or cobalt or whatever, you know, happens to be in short supply here. We're going to go over there. We're going to get their stuff and then come back here with it. Ah, yikes. I mean, So I don't, like I said, I just don't know at this point if the dimension theory is correct or the density theory is correct. Might be a little bit of both. I mean, I would like to say dimension theory personally because I see so many different beings, like my big hair guys, right? But now some of the original ones, like the one I told you that stays above me, and then there's a face eater. You know, he thinks he's going to eat your face. He comes up at you. He's very white and he has like this odd, it almost looks like mime makeup. That's a great way to describe it. Almost looks like mime makeup. But he's not aggressive with me anymore. I don't know that it's even the same one, but there are many more of those. But yet the white ones are still here also. And these are new. And I have a pretty good memory for faces. Names, forget it. But faces, pretty good memory. And they're all, like there's the one group keeps coming in. And then we have those, I have those guys back again. So I'm starting to kind of wonder if there are different dimensions that are out there, like Neff told Mike Patterson of Sasquatch, Ontario. If there are different dimensions, then if the dividers are breaking down between them, because they are talking with one another, I can see that they are having conversations sometimes with ones that are near them, so they're able to see them. So I don't know. I mean, if they are jinn, then it may only be one other dimension, because that's kind of the way that the Quran puts it, is that I mean, they don't mention multiple dimensions. They mention one place where the jinn can see us, but we cannot see them. So that's my long version. I love you guys. And I will see you soon.